Did you know there are actually many cards like Squadron Hawk and Pauper, and one of them is the Welkin Hawk, which is very similar. Basically when it dies we can search for itself, which can be sometimes even a little bit better since you don't search when it ETBs, so your hand doesn't become full. So we are today playing the Orzhov Gate deck with the food package. This has been emerging for some time now. We obviously have the usual suspects in the Basilisk Gate to buff the creatures. We are buffing the Sacred Cat, I think this is one of the best ones. We are buffing the Welkin Hawk newly here and the Squadron Hawk as usual, or we can buff up the rabbits from the cake as well, and obviously we are playing the Familiar, so we can buff that as well. The reason why the food package is so good is because of the nutrient block from Edge of Eternities. Obviously the cake is a great thing to sacrifice as well to the Familiar, and then the Lembas is the usual suspect. That's very good as well. We are playing 2 Trabant Charm, very versatile removal, and we are playing 4 cast downs as well, 2 insights, 3 offerings, and some villager rights, since yes, we are sacrificing the Familiars, we can sacrifice the cat, even the rabbits, or something like the Welkin Hawk to gain the card advantage yet again. So I think we have a lot of creatures we actually want to sacrifice as well, and that's basically the core of the deck. I really hope this will work. Obviously it's very possible that something like the Outlaw Medic might be better than the Welkin Hawk, but I just saw this card this morning and I was like, well, we kinda have to play that, right? Now let's take a look at the sideboard as well. We are playing White Lightning Bolt at sorcery speeds in Sunlands. This is pretty good against the red decks. Usually, you know, when they play something like the Flame Breather or the Gutter Snipe, it's very nice to be able to destroy it for 1 mana. 1 Cleric, very versatile. 2 Bearers, this is great against Boggles, Mono White Heroic, and most importantly the High Tide decks. And the Trabant Charm is obviously very versatile. 3 Dust to Dust against all the affinities. 2 Fairy Maca against the Spies or Dredges. Same is true with the Relics to actually keep them guessing. And 2 Arms of Hadar against the Fairies, against the Red Synthesizers and the Elves. So as always, let me know what you think about this version of the deck, and I will see you in the games. Alright, we do go second against Narbath, and this I would say pretty good. It really depends what are they playing. I think we've played against them before, I just don't remember what are they playing. Oh yeah, it was a black deck, I'm just not sure which one. I think it was the Devotion deck. We might have played against them yesterday with Burn. Yeah, they actually have written Burn into the chat. I think their deck is a little bit slower, so we can start with the Black Dragon Gate. We will say white and we will pass. Cycling the Troll, of course. Okay, Squadron Hawk. So this is kind of nice about the Welkin Hawk. We can just develop, right? I actually like that a lot. Let's just play the Welkin Hawk, I think. We could go Familiar plus Cat to actually get some cards out of our hand. I think I'm for it, maybe. Sounds pretty good. Let's go Cat and let's go Cauldron Familiar. They will cast down the cat. Wow, that's very aggressive. Alright, so I'm very tempted to actually recast the cat from the graveyard. It's very possible they are playing something like a Nihil Spellbomb. So because of that, I think I will just cast the cat maybe. Once again, I think I'm supposed to attack first, so we will do that instead. And you know, we can maybe develop a board. Snuff it out, that is extremely aggressive, but we are very glad about this. Obviously they are wasting the removal spells on one of our cats and they defile the Familiar. Well, it's very nice our creatures are very expendable, right? If they would exile the graveyard with a Nihil Spellbomb, it would be nice to have a Lembas on the board. I also want to find a land, so I'm for playing Lembas here. We are still in the blocker phase, my bad. Okay, let's run the Lembas. I think main hit is land. Village Rights is very good, but I wouldn't say it's good right now. I would love to keep it. We can go like Hog and Rights it, but I will bottom. We find the plains for next turn, that's sweet. Now if they try to exile us, oh, they go Monarch. Oh, that's why they were so aggressive with the removal spells. It's actually tough. That makes a lot of sense. We will play double flyer if possible this turn. Yeah, we will go Welkin Hawk. We will go Squadron Hawk. We will find 3 other Hawks. We can also crack the Lembas with the Familiar too. Let's find 3 more guys. 1, 2, and 3. Hand is full again, beautiful. So they would need to have 2 more removal spells, which is definitely possible, but very unlikely. We can also return the Familiar if they decide to attack with the Thorn of the Black Rose. It may be another Thorn of the Black Rose, actually. It was Snuff Out 1, okay. Is there like a different one? Defile, Temporal Intervention, okay. They'll probably take the Fanatical Offering. Very interesting deck. I think they are relying on the Thorn very heavily actually in their deck. We could bring back the Cauldron, but I don't see that as a good play yet. Because if they have Snuff Out, they can just block anyway. Oh, but now that's different. No blocks. End step, we will actually bring back the guy with Lembas. If they have another Snuff Out in the hand, I think I will gladly do this. We will attack for 2 if they have 1 snuff out. They can't snuff out the familiar, which is why it's so good. And now I think, well, first off, there are multiple things we can do. I would love to find land, you know me, I love my land drops. So I think first I will go for insight on the Welkin Hawk actually. We could also go for insight on the fam. If we go insight on the fam, we can bring it back with nutrient block and block with a creature that's immune to snuff out, which is kinda great. So I think I will go for the fam this time. Basilisk Gate, alright, that's great. Which means we can play the gate, run up the Squadron Hawk, we will refuse the trigger. And then we can go for a nutrient block, which obviously means we now have 2 blockers, which is great. We draw a Fanatical Offering. They will go duress. Yes, that's okay. I love the familiar in these scenarios, man. It's so good. They go to combat, and I think we will do the Cauldron Familiar thing. We will sacrifice the block, draw a card, find a cast down, that's great, and we will chump it. Here is another Lambus. We could cast down the Thorn if we want, so we can leave up some mana for that. Let's run I think a Lambus first is fair. Find a Sacred Cat, which I'm a big fan of actually. Let's keep that on top, we already have a land. Let's play the Black Dragon Gate on white. Are we willing to double attack? I think we definitely are. Let's just double attack for 2. We don't even need the gates this game, which is great. Usually I would expect to actually need gates in this matchup, right? We will go for the Sacred Cat, and then we still have the cast down. If they somehow get rid of the cat, we are the Monarch, which, you know, makes this game much more easier. But I do understand why they use their removal spells so heavily, right? Okay, attacker step, we will definitely cast that down. They just wanted to win with the Monarchy from the throne. Sadly, we have a lot of flyers in the deck, so... Okay, is this lethal by any chance? How many gates we can have? We can have 4 gates, 4, so that would be 5, 6, 7. Sadly, only 1 food, so that would be 8 damage, if I'm correct. That is okay, let's play the Citadel Gate on black. I think we are very free to buff it, so let's buff the... I guess the Sacred Cat to gain some life. They don't seem to have any blockers. Looks like they have... Oh, they have fumes, wow. Very nice for them. What's good is we can search for another hawk. It's like infinite, man. It's like infinite birds. It's kind of crazy. Alright, let's go for a nutrient block and for another Welkin Hawk. Now, obviously, we have a lot of stuff in the grave. If I'm not mistaken, we have a Sacred Cat, we have a Familiar, as well as the Offering. Ooh, 7 mana, 6 mana. That would be a troll, right? Yes. End step, we are definitely sacrificing the block to the Familiar, bringing it back, drawing a carrot cake again, beautiful. Eviscerator's Insight, so 8 life, we will play the Citadel Gate, black, 1, 2, 3, we have 5 gates, so we are some damage off. Not attack with this guy. We can cast the cat, I want to do that if they draw like a Nihil Spellbomb again, a little bit scared about that one. And I don't think it matters all that much. I think I just want to develop as much as I can. Let's go carrot cake. We can actually triple block and sacrifice 1 with the insight, which I'm a big fan of. If we find a nutrient block, is that good? I think it is, right? And then we can play a Squadron Hawk. We will refuse the trigger and we are saying go. We have an insight here. We are still the Monarchs, so we will use the triple block and we win the first game. The value was really good this game. Let's go to the sideboard and see what we can bring against them. So Sunlands does seem pretty good. Seems like their main win condition is something like a Torno the Black Rose. Standard Bearer, I don't think that's necessary. I didn't see any huge graveyard synergies. I think we can get rid of the Traben Charm, bring the Sunlances. I could be wrong about the graveyard synergies, but I really didn't see any there. And yeah, I do think that's about it. I don't think we need to make any more changes. Am I crazy? Yeah, let's just submit. I think we will sideboard more if we see more of their deck, but right now it just seems like a removal pile, which we are usually very decent against, since we rarely go 1 for 1 with our creatures, right? Obviously they do go first now, which changes the matchup a little bit. We will keep. We have a lot of hawks, which means we have things to play. They go Witch's Cottage. Okay, Cauldron Familiar is quite nice. We can go Black Dragon Gate on white, say go. Next turn, probably a hawk. We just want to develop and hope they don't Black Rose. They go Black Mage's Root. I knew they're playing that as well, which is quite good for them. But again, we will have a pretty decent blocker soon. Here is another Welkin Hawk. Let's play Plains. I think I want to be able to play the hawk now. If we play a Squadron Hawk, that's 6 cards in hand. We can find only 1, so I think we will go for the Welkin Hawk instead. And we are not afraid to block, but yes, we need to be careful about turn 4 and actually set up a pretty big board here for the next turn there. If they have a turn of the Black Rose, they go Temporal Intervention, which means they will take, well, anything they want, right? Probably the Squadron Hawk, I think, is the best thing to actually take away. Yes, I would have done the same thing, I think. That will be probably no attacks, since they have a ping already. Okay, Citadel Gate. Well, normally I would just play a tapped land, but I think Thorn of the Black Rose might be coming next turn, which is, you know, a very good reason to actually go untapped here, add black for the Cauldron Fam, and play a Welkin Hawk. I forgot to attack, but I guess the 1 damage isn't the worst thing in the world here. So let's see if we are correct and they will play a land and try to play a Black Rose. Or maybe they have it in their hand and they want to wait to actually remove the creatures we have and play it afterwards. It's also very possible. They go to combat, see if they attack. I don't think they will. Yep, end step. So not even a land there. Very interesting. We find the insight, which is great. I will be honest. I like that a lot. I think we are using the insight for sure here. Let's attack, even with probably everything, am I right? They fumes, that's really good for them, that's really good. Any order, we will have double trigger, which means we can find 2 more hawks, find 1, and find the second one too. This is what's awesome, even if the opponent has some AoE spells, we are still doing quite well, I would say. So now the plan changes, obviously they could have Thorn in their hand again, so we will go... Oh, we are still in the blocker phase, never mind. We'll go the Orzhov Gate, we will go the Welkin Hawk, and then we will go for the Nutrient block as well. We have the Cauldron Familiar there, which we are pretty happy to sacrifice the Nutrient block for, especially if they play like a Thorn or the Black Rose again. They go cornered by Black Mages, that's quite good. Sacrifice the Hawk. I don't think we have any more left in there. Let's see. No, we don't. Okay, that's fine. If they attack, we will sacrifice the block and block with the Familiar. End step. Do we do it? I think we actually want to Insight instead. There. Find another block. That's quite nice. But Eviscerators inside the Nutrient block. See what we draw. Carrot Cake is good. Cast Down is good as well. So, but what's better is the question, right? I think killing the hero token is pretty decent. But setting up for Thorn of the Black Rose is important. It's like a ticking clock, man, right? Like, we kinda need to play the Welkin Hawk as well. Because if we don't, and they play Thorn of the Black Rose, we are screwed in there. So, just make them say go. They play Spinning Darkness. They are going really hard on this. I think they might have us, especially if they play like a Thorn. It might be even like a Conceit Angler, right? They go Intervention, probably Cast Down. Another one, that's funny. This will be a fun game, I think. Well, we are kinda alive still, but it's kinda close. They will go probably, I don't know, maybe the Cast Down, since the Cast Down is quite good against them. They will go Carrot Cake, interesting. Do they have a third one? Doesn't look like it. Hit us for 2. Okay, so first let's actually play the Carrot Cake. See what we scry. Lembas. Is Lembas better than a random card? I think it might be. Put it on top. Let's play the Guild Gate. I think we will also cast down the hero token. Say go. I think we will sacrifice the Carrot Cake. We may do it later to scry. I think we are fine. I think we will use the Familiar. Sacrifice the cake. Create some more rabbits. I almost said chickens. We go Crypt Incursion. That's very good. So they are at 40. That will be a fun game. Lembas, still a keeper. Let's run Lembas. We will take like anything that's not land by now, I think. Or we could take a land and use the Eviscerators inside. But I think we are using the Basilisk Gate as well. So it's like 50-50 there. So if we are using the gates, we don't need to, yeah, but we are so far from them, from actually killing them. So I think we will put this on top, which is, you know, we might be surprised, but we will use the Insight end of turn. We will attack with probably just 2 of these guys. Anything else in the graveyard we can reanimate? Nope, only the Insight. Alright. Uh-oh, mana number 4. This could be Thorn of the Black Rose. Here we are. No, they equip the Rod. Okay. They won't attack. We will use the Insight like we talked about. We can suck the Lembas, but I kinda think I want a life. Am I crazy? I think we have a lot of different ways to actually gain life. Let's sacrifice the Lembas. We don't have any Fams in the grave, so shall be okay. Lembas Black Dragon Gate. Okay, we can find something with the Lembas maybe, if lucky. Hey, Squadron Hawk is great. I think this is our first Squadron Hawk. So let's run the Lembas first. Cauldron Familiar is pretty good because of the life. I don't mind that. I think we keep that. Play a Black Dragon Gate on white. I think we can actually use everything here, right? So we will buff this guy. We will attack with both of these things, which is a lot of damage suddenly. But they don't need to worry yet. They will snuff out the big rabbit. Okay. They deal a lot of damage. Quite good for them, quite good. We will search for a Squadron Hawk. I'm hoping we can survive for some time. Yes. Search for 2 more hawks. Okay, they are thinking about casting something. It could be like suffocating fumes, I'm not really sure. Go to combat, probably skipping the turn there. I think they will wait for us to pump the guys and then cast fumes. I think that's what they have. I think it's suffocating fumes. Could be wrong, of course. Let's play another Basilisk Gate and try to pump the Squadron Hawk. And if they have fumes, they will do them now, right? Yes. We know they have them. It was a cast down instead. Quite interesting. And they are slowly dying too. Need to be fast here. Definitely need to play the Cauldron Familiar. We have the Lambus though. If you get it back, that's a happy ending. We also need to pressure, right? So what's the best course of action? I guess we can Lambus like a little bit later. We don't necessarily need to do that right now. I don't think we are dead. We can buff the rabbit token. 8/8 rabbit, quite good. We can double buff the 1 hawk if we want to as well, which is great. If they kill the fam, we might consider actually returning it instead of cracking the Lambus, but I think we will crack the Lambus anyway. Let's play the Squadron Hawk and refuse the ability. We didn't see a single Sacred Cat yet. I also think Outlaw Medic is a pretty good card, to be honest. Go to combat, end step. Here is the cat, which I'm a big fan of. I love that. So let's try to buff the Squadron Hawk if they have like some removal or something. Another cast down. Oh, I know what they're doing. They're probably, okay, fuming, right? Yeah, it's a lot of damage. The Sacred Cat really does need to carry. Okay, we have the Cauldron Fam. We will play a cat, play the Squadron Hawk, and we will correct the Lambus very soon. Because we of course could be dead very soon as well. They find cast down on the cat. Okay, I think we'll use this opportunity to Lambus, gain some life. They're finding very good cards from the top of their deck, but I think we can hopefully make it. They will attack. Really? They won't. Okay. I think this is their win condition right now, so they probably don't want to trade that necessarily. Gladly blocking there. Beautiful, so there is no more threat on the board right now. And we still have the cat in the grave. We find the cast down. That's great if they play like a turn or the Black Rose. Let's bring back the cat and we can start buffing it next turn and on. Temporal Intervention. I mean, there's nothing to cast down, so I guess that's fine. They could have Defile, and if they have Defile, we are in trouble. They don't have anything. That's great. I think we are back in the game now. Find a swamp. Let's play that. Let's pay 2 for the gate. 15/15 lifelinker. It looks like we are kind of back in the game. So they need to find removal next turn or they'll probably lose, right? They did find something. They tapped 4, but they snuff it out, right? Good. So they are back in the game. Good for them. Find the Citadel gate. So we are currently in a stall a little bit. Let's go black. We go Sign in Blood. That's good. Need to find some action. Not a Black Dragon gate though. We are all finding lands out here. And we find a cat. That's really good. That's very awesome. I love this deck, and the reason why is, you know, in the Gates deck, oh, that's really good for them too. Wow. So they begin the Monarchy chain. This is not one at all, actually. They're casting down it now. Okay, well, we are in trouble, definitely. Lambus. Please help us, Lambus. I don't want another gate, please. Find a Cauldron Familiar. Quite good, I would say. Let's play the Cauldron Fam, play the cat again, and then we will actually use the Familiar from the Lambus. Can be a good win condition. Hopefully they don't draw anything crazy here. They might have drawn another Suffocating Fumes. I don't know how many are they playing. We've seen, I think, 2, maybe 3. I don't exactly know. Let's check the graveyard. I don't see it there, but I think they might have it. And because of that, I think I will, you know, not exactly bring back the Familiar yet. Find the Nutrient Block. That's pretty good. Let's try to buff up the Cauldron Fam. They defile it. Okay. So I maybe should have done that now that I think about it. We will go Gates again. 1 and 2. This works. Hit them for 10. They hardcast Snuff out. Wow. I think we can go Nutrient Block. Oh, never mind. Still in the blocker's phase. Can go Nutrient Block, and I think we will actually use it right now. So that we draw, we can play that, whatever we draw. Here's a Lambus. Drain them for 1. Let's play a Lambus. Lines not, no please. Okay, Dragon Gate, sure. And let's say go. Wow. Okay, another turn. That's crazy. Okay, end step, we'll bring back the Fam, sacrificing Lambus. Find another Lambus. This could be helpful, so let's play the Lambus first. Find a Carrot Cake. I think that's better than the random thing, for sure. Let's buff up, try to buff up one of the Fams. Let's buff up the second fam too. Let's attack with both of them. I think they will double block, which is great because we can bring them back in no time. Any order. Okay, let's play the carrot cake. We will scry. Nutrient block is good. Keep that on top, please. Now we have a rabbit, which is a win condition. And we have 2 more familiars. So this deck is very sticky. Very, very sticky. They go cornered by black mages, making us sacrifice this guy. That's fine. And equip the rod. They will draw end step. So, we are using a Cauldron Familiar with a carrot cake. We know there's a block on top. Yeah, we win the match. This was an insane game against mono black. I think like just removal pile. And it was really fun and super grindy actually. So great game right there. So Rowan BR will be the second opponent and we do play first, which is always nice. And hand is, you know, pretty solid. I'm definitely not complaining. Let's keep this one. First main, we will go for the Orzhov Gate. Next turn probably. It can be either the Hawk or the Cat. It can also be like Cast Down if they're playing something like Heroic, but I have no idea what are they playing yet. Ooh, okay. Fairies, that's scary. Another Welkin Hawk. I think we can play the Basilisk Gate and just play the Welkin Hawk. And next turn we will do so again. If they attack, I'm not sure if you want to block. Reason being, they could have Brinebarrow Intruder, which is pretty nasty in this matchup. Okay, miscreant. And they are not attacking, so there is no Brinebarrow in their hand, it does look like. We will gladly stall this out. We can play Welkin Hawk plus Sacred Cat, or we could just set up the Citadel Gate for 4 next turn. I think I don't mind playing double 2-drop next turn, so let's go black. Let's just cast another Welkin Hawk. If they have Force Spike, they have Force Spike. It is what it is. Great. No attacks. And we are saying go to combat. You know, they might have, yep, definitely at least 1 Brinebarrow, but we are, you know, we don't mind at all. Yeah, block here, block here. If they Brinebarrow, that's fine. Humbling Elder, same thing, right? Looks like they have only 1 though. Unless if they didn't, they would have attacked. I think last turn as well. So there is 1 Humbling Elder in their hand. Find another one of these guys, and the last one as well. We go off on Mind, which kind of diminishes a chance for a counter spell. They could have like a Spell Pierce still. Find some Lambuses there. You can go double Welkin Hawk, but that's like not the best thing in the world, especially if they find another Humbling Elder. So let's see, what's the best course of action? I almost want like Cast Down plus Hawk. Might seem weird, but I think it might be the correct play there. Since Sacred Cat doesn't do much yet, it will in time, but not yet. Let me actually try that. So I actually want to cast down the Humbling Elder, if possible. Only reason why I'm doing this is because I know they don't have enough mana for a spell starter sprite or a counter spell. Sweet. And we will go for another Welkin Hawk. And that should be decent wall here against whatever they have going on. We have last one in hand, then we will need to start doing Lambuses. I think we will need Lambus next turn anyway, to be honest. Combat. So it's another Humbling Elder probably. They have to have some ninjas in there, so yeah, let's block anyway. If they have Elder, they have Elder, it's fine. They literally draw 2 Elders in a row. We kinda knew that though. We could have chosen not to block, so that's okay. I'm not even sure what would be a best draw here. Traven Charm is quite good. Probably a Spell Starter Sprite though. I mean, let's try a Sacred Cat first. Let's run a Lambus second. Not gonna happen though. We are in trouble. And now we are bricked now because we don't have a 5th land. So that's really bad. I think we are cooked. Absolutely destroyed. Yep. Oh, no ninjas. So they probably have counter spells in there. Orzhov Gate, quite good. In that case, well, we can probably try to cast Lambus, right? Is Lambus or a 1/1 with flying more important when they don't have any ninjas? I think it might be the Lambus right now. So let's cast the 1/1 with flying. Okay, let's try and cast the Lambus. If they counterspell that because they think we don't have a land, we are okay with that as well. Looks like here it comes. They spell pierce it. Very clean from them. Don't pay 2. Nope. Let's go Orzhov Gate. We can start buffing the cat. Quite good, I would say. Quite good. I mean, we are not blocking anyway. Let's attack, right? Okay, triple attack. Could be a ninja finally. We'll try to Traven Charm next turn if they ninja, I think. Big one too. Okay. So we know they have Spellstarter Sprite. We see only 2 fairy. Well, only 2. That's exactly how much they need. How many they need, rather. So playing a Traven Charm doesn't make any sense here. They go Miscreant. 3rd land, and they have a Spellstarter in hand. That is their last card. Squadron Hawk. They probably want to use that, right? Use the spell starter on the Hawk so that we can Traven Charm. That's quite good. But they let it through. Well, okay. Awesome. I mean, great. Yeah, please. I wish to use the ability. 1, 2, 3. We are not doing anything else then. We are just buffing up the cat. Or are we playing more Hawks? Nope, I don't think so. We'll just buff up the cat instead. We are double blocking the ninja, most likely. The sooner we start, the better chance we have in the late game, right? That's also some truth to that as well, so we will try this. Obviously, this matchup is very frustrating. They are much faster than we are, but if we can get into the super late game, we are in quite good shape. We know this is a sprite, so no point in doing anything else. I'm surprised they didn't counter the Hawk. I think it's quite annoying for them to deal with all of them. Oh, they have off on mind. They just top deck that. Okay. They go Harrier Strix, which means Ninja will connect. Alright. It's a big attack. Fun part, we don't really care. He'll just eat Ninja. It's okay. We could chum block, but I don't think that leads anywhere, to be honest. Lanes is okay. This is how many? 6 lands. Interesting. So we could go double Hawk Traben Charm if we wanted to. Let's run the Hawk first. Works. I mean, awesome. I think I will use the Basilisk Gate again, to be honest. I think it's a race now. If they have a snap, it's very bad. But what can you do? Let's attack with everything. I'm not scared of, like, just... They need to find a way out of this. Not us, right? Yeah, that's really bad. Snap is OP. And we are pretty much in a terrible position right now. They're blocking too. Let's try to play the Sacred Cat. It's fine. They will stutter it. That's fine. It's in the grave now. They have no stutter, so if they attack, we are blocking the stutter. We don't want them to ninja it back. Very Seer. They will swing with everything, and... Okay, I think we are chumping. I don't think they have ninja in their hand. If they do, we are cooked, but Village Rites, quite good. So I don't think we are gating this turn. We could, but I don't think we will. We will instead probably... This is quite good. We will try to go for a Squadron Hawk. Don't use the ability. I guess we can Traben Charm too, right? They can't have 2 snaps, so let's kill the ninja. Beautiful. We will bring back the cat too. And we can block and Village Rites as well if we want to. I'm not sure how many Welkin Hawks do we have in the deck. How many we have in the graveyard? We have already 4. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. I still feel like I want to Village Rite something, right? Like maybe we can block and Village Rites. It's quite good. We can hit them for 1. I think we are in a pretty good position to do that. They will block, sure. We could Village Rites right now, but I don't think there's a reason for it. Let's just trade with the Fairy Seer. It's fine. Second main. We will block with the Hawk, and I think we will also probably sacrifice it. We will block the Sprite if possible. They probably do have another ninja, I would assume. Right, we will block like that. They are flipping something. Moon Circuit Hacker back the... I'm not sure what it is. The Humbling Elder. Okay. So they will target the Hawk, but we don't care because we have Village Rites, right? So it's quite good. Let's ride the Hawk. Cast down Lambus. I'm very happy about that. So we know they have the Elder, right? That's one thing. We find another Basilisk Gate. Wow. This can be crazy, actually. They have Elder. Do we think they have like Snap or something? I mean, kinda have to do that. I think we are not double buffing though. I think 1 buff should be enough. So, well, what are we doing then? We will Lambus trying to find a land and cast down maybe? Or did we? No, we did play a land already. So what's the plan? We have 7 lands. So that should work out, right? Why doesn't it work? Yeah, it does. It does. We will have 4 lands. It's good. It's good. We will attack like that. I don't want to double buff. I think this is enough. If they have Snap, very bad. We could try to kill them. No, we wouldn't kill them yet. So it doesn't matter that much. Okay, let's go for a Squadron Hawk. They have the Sprite, of course. How could I forget? We will cast down the ninja, please. Sweet. Okay, next turn. It's possible to double buff the Sacred Cat. It's possible to also Lambus and then try to find a line with that. Fairy Seer, Scry 2. So let's see if they stop attacking, because if they don't and they have Snap, obviously this is quite bad. Okay, combat. Alright. This could mean a lot of different things. I'm not sure if they have Snap or not, because if we find the removal spell, they could be dead, right? Inside, that's fine. So if you find a gate with the Lambus, they are dead anyway, right? But then we would need to find a removal for the Fairy Seer. Okay, let's try to buff the cat. We could double buff it, but I want to find the Lambus first, please. Or try to find something with Lambus rather. Land would be ideal. A gate, specifically. Sacred Cat. Well, that's pretty insane too, isn't it? It is. Let's put it on top, please. That's also really good. Let's try an attack. They could let us through if they want. They have the Elder. So, okay. We still gain a lot of life from this. Let's cast another cat. Sweet. So we can start double buffing now pretty safely, I would say, unless they find a Snap. We are at the pretty healthy 12. This is 6 damage. With ninjas, it could be like 7 or 8. Depends. They are playing scared now a little bit. They go for 2 blockers, right? Okay. So if we have a removal spell and they don't counter it, they are cooked, right? So maybe we will invest into finding that removal spell. Oh, they have a ninja. Big one too. Okay, so Sprite is here. We know they have a sprite. They go Fun Mind. Hopefully no snap, please. It's like a land, at least one land. Black Dragon Gate is nice. We'll play that on white, and then 6 gates. So we will buff one of the cats first, and then the second cat second. We will attack. They actually will double block, so there is no snap yet. We love to hear that. That's actually a lot of life. We are 21. So suddenly we are kind of safe, and that's great. We know they have a spell stutter, so we need to be careful about that. Go to combat. Hit us for 2 with the ninja. Okay, looks like they have more spell stutter things in hand, so they will probably cast another ninja. Small one. There's kind of no point in playing the inside, I feel like, to some extent, right? They have 2 sprites now, so that's something. Lay a land. Plains. Sure. Let's plains it up. Buff 1 cat. Buff 2nd cat. 1, 2. Attack. Say go. They will probably attack there. Let's see what they discard. Probably land. Yeah. Gale Blade. That's good. Moon Circuit Hacker. Hardcast. And step. Ooh, another Basilisk Gate. Riddle me this. That's awesome. Let's buff this one. Let's also buff this one. And we can buff this one twice, because if they snap this, we are in the better shape. We win the first game. Extremely tough. Extremely tough. But I think we can do it. Definitely need to change up the game plan though. I think Village Rights can kind of go. He'll bring the Sunlands. Extremely important against them. Fairy Maca, I mean, that's a flyer, but doesn't do much apart from that. Arms of Hadar, another thing we want to bring. Cauldron Fam is not bad, but again, I'm not the biggest fan. We can Carrot Cake, double arms. The arms could be deadly. Anything else we want to bring? Standard Bearer, like, probably not, right? We could keep the Traben Charm, but I'm super scared of Spell Stutter Sprite, so probably not. Let's just submit and go. Handis, this is probably the first mulligan we are going to do, right? 21 lands in the deck, only 1 in the hand. Let's mulligan. Sunlands, turn 1 Sunlands even. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, definitely a keep. We can ditch 1 Cauldron Fam, I think. Keep. Ditch 1 Fam, wanna keep the lands. It's possible we won't be drawing many more cards there. We go Island. And nothing, really. Okay, well, if nothing is the answer, we will go Citadel Gate on black and just say go. Oh, they flash in the... that's bad for us. Because we can't Sorcerer Sunlands, right? Yeah, that's really good for them. They played it very well. Props to them. Small Ninja. We can try to Sunland soon, though. No second land. We are extremely happy about this. So we know there is no counterspell. We know there is no nothing, basically. We know we can just Sunlands the Ninja, and we can play, I guess the Guild Gate. We are not rushing anywhere. And say go. Here's a Pharisee. Probably we'll find a land soon with that, so we need to be careful here. That's it. Cast down. I like that. I'm feeling a cast down here. I really do. Let's play Plains. Let's cast down the Fairy. And let's play a Cauldron Fam. Combat. So we know they have the Gale Blade, right? That's one thing. Here is the offering. We can Cauldron Familiar, attack, Humbling Elder. That's really annoying. We can Fanatical Offering though. What's offering the Familiar? They will pierce, and we are in the same scenario we were before. Pretty fricked, let me tell you. Okay, let's go Nutrient Block. And I think we will sacrifice it instantly. Reason being, if we find a land, we want to be able to play that. So yeah, great. Play Basilisk Gate next turn. I don't know what we are doing next turn. Playing the birds maybe? Or Lambus. It's hard. Yeah. You can just do whatever you want. Oh, okay. End step. Okay. Arms of Hadar, very good. But first, I think we will go for a Lambus. Hawk? We can find that with the other Hawk, right? Let's bottom that one. Insight is quite good, though. Good insight right now. Would rather play the Welkin Hawk, though. They would need to have an actual counterspell. Don't have it. We could just not attack, too, and just double block if we want. But they have the Gale Blade anyway. It's not like it matters that much, so that's okay. We could use the insight fairly soon if there's more than 2 creatures at any point. We can just Arms of Hadar, which is sweet. I need to be careful about Spell Pierce and so on and so forth, but they already used 1, and this spell doesn't work on arms, so that's not bad for us. I also want to use the insight quite soon here, if possible. And the opponent surprisingly went AFK, so we are running to 0. Though I will say we would have probably won. They were stuck on 2 lands. We had Arms of Hadar, we had the Gates, and the Hawk was pretty good looking for us, but I think this was quite a good game against fairies. Alright guys, welcome back. We are back with the conclusion, and I was pretty happy with this deck. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend it yet because we have played it for the first time. We are just starting out with it, but I think there is a lot of potential. We already know that the Orzhov Gates, along with the food and the Familiar, do work really well. The reason being, a similar list went actually 5-0 in an MTGO league, and the Hawks were mostly for fun at first, but I think there is actually a lot of potential with the Welkin Hawk. I think it's nearly as good as the Squadron Hawk, even if not better in some situations, and you basically have it all with this deck, right? You have a lot of ways to draw cards with the insights, the offerings, and even within the creatures themselves now with the 8 hawks, you have some removal in the cast downs and Trabant Charm, and you have some grindiness with the familiar and the food. It goes so well together, I feel like. The only thing I would add are some artifact lands, since you can sacrifice them in the very late game to the insights or the offerings. You could maybe play just one village rights and one more insight, but that really depends. I would also like to see like 1 or 2 more sunlances, feels really important against fairies and burn, since their creatures have less than 3 health and are really important to deal with, so I would maybe add that, but the rest was pretty awesome. And if you guys don't have enough Pauper, I want to see more, obviously we have Patreon, link below. We are just starting out, but there will be a lot of content very soon. But that being said, now as always, let me know what you think about this deck down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon. Have a great day, and bye.